Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, how are you today? I hope all of you are in heart of peace. Inshallah, for today we would like to share an interesting topic about sources of funds. Sources of funds of the Islamic bank are the first starting point towards forming an investment policy of the bank. Therefore, these resources should be studied well so that we can decide the favorable extent of these resources to the different forms of business. Under this topic, we would like to cover two funds which are shareholders and depositors. Therefore, the depositors fund subtopic has four types of account, including current account, saving account, general investment account, and specific investment account. So, for the first subtopic, I want to talk about shareholder fund. This fund is basically named Musyarakah contract. It can be defined as a joint venture profit sharing or equity, commonly used for asset financing, working capital financing, revolving credit, home financing, current account, and saving account. Next, we move to contract of mudarabah. We have two-tier contract of mudarabah. For the first tier, between bank and depositor. Depositor put their money in the bank's investment account and share profit with the bank. Depositors are considered to be providers of the capital named as Rob al-Mal. The bank functions as a working partner or manager of funds, mudarib or amil. For the second tier contract of mudarabah, between the bank and the entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs seek finance from the bank on the condition that profits accruing from their business shall be shared between them and the bank in a mutually agreed proportion. But the loss shall be borne only by the financier. Bank functions as the provider of capital. Meanwhile, the entrepreneur is the manager of funds. Besides, all the types of accounts are being considered as contracts of mudarabah, and al-wadi'ah only consists of current and saving account only. Let's continue to the next slides. Customers deposit in current accounts. This is an account into which customers can deposit money and effect payments by the drawing of checks. The bank accepts its customer deposit and undertakes to honor any demand made by a customer provided there are available funds in the account. In the nutshell, current account based on al-wadi'ah in muamalat contract is al-wadi'ah yad damana, which is a combination of al-wadi'ah and al-damana. Al-wadi'ah is custody, meanwhile al-damana is guarantor. A trust arrangement and involves the depositing of monetary deposit with another person for safekeeping. The depository acts as a trustee or guarantor and guarantees repayment of the deposits on demand. Al-wadi'ah does not provide the depositors with the right to receive a share of the profits. There have certain pillars of al-wadi'ah contract which are al-muwaddi, depositor, owner of the property. Second, al-wadi', depositee, custodian of the property. Next, al-wadi'ah, property for safekeeping. And the lastly, sigar, hijab and kabul, offer and acceptance. I think that's all for me, and thank you.
In my presentation, I will tell you about two types of wadi'ah. Okay, in this subtopic, there is two types of wadi'ah. Number one is al-amanah, and the last one is al-damana. Right, firstly is I'm going to tell about yad al-amanah. Okay, this wadi'ah is based on amanah. In Islam, it called as a trust like that. And this wadi'ah yad al-amanah is charitable and divinely rewarded. Right, in wadi'ah al-amanah, there is various features in wadi'ah al-amanah. Okay, in my presentation, I will tell you guys three features about wadi'ah al-amanah. Right, three features about wadi'ah al-amanah. Firstly is the custodian should not worry about any damage of the property. That means when anything about the property that is damaged, they don't have to worry about it. Number two is they should not utilize or take benefit of the deposit. Right. Number three, in this case, when the owner requested to get their things back, then we should have to return it no matter what, because they request and they want it back. Right. Number two, the types number 2 is wadi'ah al-damana. Okay, what is al-damana? Damana is a combination of safekeeping, which is wadi'ah, and guarantee. Okay, this guarantee whereby the custodian guarantees the refund of the property keep with him. Okay, this is for what? Okay, this is to ensure to refund the item back when it upon requested. Okay, next is the features about wadi'ah al-damana. Okay, firstly is the custody is entitled to use the deposit for trading or any purposes. The second one is the custodian has to return the deposit property to the owner when any time when they request, when they want it back. Alright, last but not least, I will tell you about the differences about wadi'ah account from conventional bank. Okay, in these differences there is two. There is Islamic bank and conventional bank. Okay, in Islamic bank there is no profit sharing. Number two, there is no any payment for investment at any form of gift. Okay, number three, it can withdraw the deposit on demand. Okay, for conventional bank, there is also can make a deposit on demand. Okay, number two, can get a promotional items at any form of deposit to attract new depositor. Number three, they have to pay interest at all deposit. That's all for me. Thank you.
Mudarabah in general is a profit or increase. Based on Madhab Nur Rahman from University Sultan Zainal Abidin, Mudarabah is an arrangement for silent partnership. It contains capital and labor. In addition, it can be defined as a joint venture profit sharing contract whereby one part is the provider of capital, while the others is the entrepreneur. Project funding, working capital, investment deposit, and so on is the applicable for the general Mudarabah. Current account in Mudarabah have two categories. Firstly, Al-Mudarabah Al-Mutlaqah, unrestricted mandate investment fund. Entrepreneur, bank, has got the authority by the capital provider, depositor, to invest the fund in any manners which they think appropriate. Entrepreneur is free to invest on how, where, and for what. There will be no restriction to entrepreneur. Second categories of Mudarabah is a Mudarabah al-Muqayyadah. Restricted mandate is the entrepreneur is restricted in his activity in carrying out the Mudarabah project in terms of business, method, time period, and place. Did you know that the contract of Mudarabah can be terminated at any time? It is because they want to give a notice to the second or others party. It can dissolve when the completion of the venture among the parties. In addition, the statement of Mudarabah can be expiry of the specific time period, still riddle among the Muslim jurists. Based on Hanafi and Hanbali school, 1 year and 6 months is the time Mudarabah can be dissolved. In other hand, death of either Rab al-Mal of the Mudarib. When one of the Mudarib death, so the contract will dissolve immediately. It is because meaning of Mudarabah itself, partnership, comprises, so need two-way contract. Last but not least, two partners of his intention to dissolve the Mudarabah.
Mudarabah could be a profit-sharing and loss-bearing contract. This often contract between bank or capital supplier and an entrepreneur. The bank or capital supplier will supply and contribute reserve to the entrepreneur, in which can give business visionary such as expertise and labor for commerce exercises. Usually, an extension whereby the agent depends the whole 100% capital to the business visionary to run the trade exercises. Additionally, this contract is commercially known as trustee profit sharing. It is stated that the business person holds the duty within the management of the commerce. Meanwhile, the capital supplier isn't permitted to meddle within the commerce wonders as they have no rights. This contract will proceed until the credit is reimbursed. Apart from that, Mudharabah contract not one or the other have a fixed benefit nor does it ensure that the bank or capital supplier will get returned. The profit from the trade exercise will be partitioned in understanding to pre-agreed extent at the time of authoritative the contract. It is ordinarily partitioned either in rate or in proportion, encouraging my then point in case there are some misfortunes caused from the trade exercises run by business visionary, the bank or capital supplier will bear all the misfortune, but the business person will not be affected financially speaking. In any case, the business person will be held at risk for the misfortunes caused in case they are involved in infringement or belief and contract. The outlined cases are carelessness or infringement of preconditioned terms embraced by the business visionary, unfortunate behavior such as including oneself, bribery or misappropriation or anything that grants the contract gets to be void. Mobilizes client stores from government or corporate clients beneath the contract of equity financing. The bank acts as the entrepreneur and the clients as the provider of capital. Modes of speculation of the reserve and the proportions of benefit may ordinarily be exclusively arranged.